8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Got me up the coast, boy. Wanna hear the ocean roar crash over me. Then ride it home, dance it up in moonlight. Hold me tight and don't let go. Watch over me. We are all stardust, stardust, stardust. Left behind, left to find one another, face the sun, fear no one, 'cause we are all one, we are all one, we are all one, we are all one, we are all. Lift me up, yeah, moonchild, put me into overflow.
Superstar. Hey, everybody. Good evening. Good evening. Oh, you're welcome, Clipwing. She said, I'm so thankful Ziggy is coming on. My day will suck much less. It is kind of a crappy day just because, well, here it's just dreary and just kind of rainy and crappy. So I don't know. Maybe it's like that where you're at too. Anyways, today's wiener is Lip Lock No More. Somebody just texted me. It's funny, right when I was about to say that, somebody texted me that they were watching your live Lip Lock. I guess they're telling me that I need to listen to it. Okay. Well, maybe we'll watch that. Here, I have I will definitely watch it tonight for sure if I don't watch it here with you guys. But I do have something out. We're going to watch Carrie Moody's, I think. We're going to check her out. But also, this is also my announcement that I have went ahead and set up Fred's Amazon. I didn't add any items. You can add all the items yourself. It should here, Nightbot post it every once in a while, but in the description, I put his sizes and everything, and a link that Nightbot puts up in the description every once in a while will tell you the sizes as well. And at the top of the wish list area, it shows his sizes. Just, use your brain. He's like 6'4". I put all in the description. He's very tall. He's gained a lot of weight since he's been in jail. So he's not like the skinny mini he was, like not real, lanky or whatever it's called. That's only for people who want to give out of their heart the essential items like clothes and stuff like that. It's going to be shipped straight to Kathy or Maud here, who is taking Fred over to rehab in about 2 weeks now. He has 0 because they got rid of everything out there. I don't think that they thought he was going to be getting out so soon. He literally has nothing but what he came in with, which was like clothes that probably don't even fit him anymore. And he said he did have some nice boots that I think one of you guys got him a while back. So he does have some boots, but I'm going to need to get him a phone and everything. Like, I'm not expecting you guys to get that stuff. I'll figure something out with the phone. I don't need to, but I'm going to try to help. So if you guys wanted to help with the essential items, like that would be amazing. And when you click on the link, it will, let's see. Let me see if it will come up. Exclamation Fred is the link I'm using. Okay, right there. I don't have anything on the wish list. You're going to have to add the items yourself and pick whatever you want. But if you get like an item like a wallet or something like that he only needs one of, let me know so I can, put it at the top of the wish list that he doesn't need a wallet anymore or something, like clothes. Obviously he's going to need several, but some items like you only need one of, right? So I just don't want anybody wasting their money. So just let me know. Email me if you get him something that he only needs one of, and I will always update at the top of the Amazon wish list so you guys know, like, if he has something. Or you guys could always ask me here too when I'm live, like, hey, has anybody got him a wallet yet? Has anybody got him this? He needs thermals, socks, all, everything. Yeah. I put Nightbot puts in chat. I put undies too. I guessed on that size. I think extra large will be just fine. That's only for the people who want to help. I absolutely don't help if you expect something in return, or if you're going to turn it around on me in the future. Please just spare me. I just know that there's some of you who really wanted to, so. We only have a couple weeks to get it done, so, and you guys are amazing. I'm sure it'll be fine. Just trying to ease his mind a little bit. Like, he's worried about that. I'm like, it's gonna be fine. I promise you. He does look so much better. He looks like a regular person now. He's not somebody that you would go to the other side of the street if you saw walking now. He looks absolutely, it's crazy how much different he looks. Did he go in with 32? Somebody said they're going to send him boxers and socks, which he'll probably need several of that. So if people get him a cup, we'll see. I'm going to keep track of what people get. Well, he said 32/34. Thank you, ICU. Does he mean like 32 waist? I can ask him real quick. See if we get a response while I'm live. I'm going to say, hey, I'm live, and are you sure 32 waist would fit? Some people are worried it'll be too small, because I think you put 32 waist, 34 length, correct? Okay, we'll see what he says. I think I agree with you. 34 or 32 waist does seem kind of small, but you know what? Jim used to wear 32 waist, like when I first met him. See, if we got him like sweatpants and stuff like that, which I don't think he wears a lot of that kind of stuff. He wears jeans every time I've seen him, but I'm sure anything is fine. Oh yeah, he wants definitely 2X. He definitely wants 2X and shirt. He's very, very like, it's not long enough if he doesn't get, he usually gets extra large even before, like when he was 160 pounds and 6'4". So definitely do the 2XL shirt for sure. You know, pants, if you're doing sweatpants or something, maybe, or extra large, I'm sure would be fine. Yeah, tall. I mean, don't get them like ones that are only like 30 inches long, because those are going to be like peddlers. Yeah. Probably to tell her, I mean, you're not going to get much taller than Fred, okay? So, I mean, there is the occasional, like, I think Josh said his son's like 6 foot freaking 10 or something crazy. Dang near 7 foot. Okay. All right. Well, let me edit it then to put 34. So let me see what he says, because who knows what he probably doesn't really know for a fact, because he's been wearing stretchy pants in there. They do provide the towels and bedding, and that's it. Was what I saw. No, they don't provide any of the toiletries, like body wash. You know, that 2-in-1 body wash stuff would probably be just fine with him. He doesn't need any like special shampoos and stuff. Like, guys don't need that stuff. A belt, like, yeah, a belt would be good just in case that the pants were too big. Because I'm guessing he's going to lose weight, guys, when he gets out. He plans on getting a job, and actually he has to get a job where he's going to be. So, which he's really wanting to anyways. It says shipping to me, not another person. You can't change the shipping to $34.34. All right, I'd say get him 34 then. Nancy says she can't. It won't let her check out. Can somebody else? I know it's kind of like you have to add items to the list. Let's see. I think when you search, you have to. Let me refresh here and see. Okay, so there is a few of you guys have joined. And like you just search something. Let's see. Here, let me change the screen. Okay. Let's see. Let's just see socks. But somebody's already getting, I know somebody's planning on getting them socks, but okay, let's go to here and then go to, I don't know, he probably doesn't wear these ankle socks, but I'm just doing this as he probably wears the higher one since he wears boots. That's, I'm just checking these out I'll probably delete them. But if you go to add to list, Fred Hill, and then view your list, and then you can see all, I don't know if that's see all buying options, and then let's see, add to cart. Let's see here. Deliver, it says right here on the top left, it should say that. Well, if you go to the cart, put proceed. I don't want to share or accidentally put her shit. Sorry, I did exactly what I didn't want to do. I'll cut that out. I'm sorry, Kathy. God dang it. It won't say the address. It should remain private, but it should let you know that you're shipping it to. I know it's confusing, but it's the only way I can think to keep the address private. And also it'd just be easier because I know everybody's not going to write down an address to like. But yeah, I'm going to have to cut out. Let me see how many minutes in we are. All right, the first 16 minutes of this. I'll just cut out the first 16 minutes of this because I just showed an address accidentally. I know, and I'm proud of him too. And that's what I tell him. And as long as he's doing good, I don't mind, helping him and using my platform to try to help, and I'll probably get some stuff myself and help out that way too. I would love to see him prosper. Yes, he does. He's reading in jail. He was telling me today how he's been reading the AA book. Like that's what he likes to read is the blue book. Oh gosh, I could totally see him like being one of those people who who's like hardcore NA like person. How much did he weigh, Yvonne? Let me go back to his list real quick and edit it and say 34/34 because I agree. 32 does sound too skinny, but okay, I'm going to change it on Nightbot too. All right. He's going to lose weight too because he's going to be working. Surely 34s will fit. I mean, he can fit 34s definitely. I'm thinking about Jim and how Jim, gosh, he could wear. Actually, Jim didn't wear 32s like when we were together. Maybe 34s. But when he was bigger, he would wear like 36, 38s even. Sometimes even 40s. Hey, Nanny. Oh, I'm just sharing that the link to Fred Hill's Amazon wish list. It doesn't have any items on it. You guys just add whatever you want. He just needs like essential items like, toiletries and stuff like that. Or even if you have something at home you want to ship to them, email me, okay? And I'll figure something out so that I'll try to think how we could do it without giving out like somebody's personal info. I don't know. We'll figure it out. Oh, I don't know, Chillbilly. I don't think he's smaller than you. He's 6'4". And he's 6'4" and like 215, 20 pounds now. Oh, thank you, Nanny. Yeah, jacket, everything. He likes those flannels, like you guys were saying. He likes flannels, thermals. He was telling me he wanted 2XL in thermals. Let me know if you guys get it worked out, and if you get something that he only needs one of, like a wallet or something, let me know so I can like make everybody aware that he's already got one of those. Oh, you didn't have Juniper. Well, thank you. You didn't have to do that, but it does. I mean, it helps. Like, I do spend a lot of money with these communications with him and stuff, and I know you guys like to hear what he has to say, so I appreciate it. But seriously, thank you so much. That is a wish list, Lucy. It's the same thing. You can just add whatever items you want yourself to it. You just add items to it, and then you just add them to your cart. Add items to Fred's list once you join this link. Right there's the actual link. I shortened it for the Nightbot, but and you just join that, and then you just search items that you'd like to get them, whatever you want to get them, and add it to Fred's list, and then add it to your cart, and it will ship to Kathy, who is taking him to rehab definitely in February 9th. She already has it all set up. Like, her son's going with her, so it's, so she'll even have somebody with her for help. He didn't have anything to do with Summerwell's case, though, Betty. He's not a named. He's going to rehab. Nobody's giving him any cash. But that's up to you, Betty. That's what I'm saying. If you think he's a suspect or you think he has a part in Summerwell's, then yeah, don't freaking help. But I know he doesn't. So that's why I'm confident enough to do this. Not for Summer. He's in jail for drugs, selling drugs. He's not in jail for anything to do with Summer Wells. And it's him going to rehab. It's his just clothes and stuff. Oh no, JC, you're out of country. Yeah, no, don't worry about it. There's a few people who really wanted to help, and I'm sure it will be fine. It will be plenty. Yes, I have heard that she's trying to. I saw that, and it's like, why now, JD Sue? Why are you telling this supposed information now? Like, what is this information that I saw? Like, crimes have consequences. Put like, I don't know if she's trying. She posted something out of JD Sue saying, I guess, that Fred was on the road it's like, why would you say that now, Jody Sue? And why does it seem like you are so hardcore after Fred and me? It makes zero sense. Okay. Yeah. Darkest Duchess, you can email me and we'll figure it out. Why is she doing that? I don't think crimes have consequences in here right this second. She's here a lot though. I like crimes have consequences, and I'm okay. It's okay that you guys look into. You're supposed to do that. Look into everybody. It's okay. That doesn't bother me. What bothers me is lies, like purpose lies that like are put out, like what Jody Sue's doing on purpose, just to try to. I don't know, what is the purpose? Is it really just to make Fred look bad, or is it to confuse people and throw people off? So they're looking into Fred and not these other people. She acts scared. That's what she acts like. I know, 2.5 years later. Oh, that's okay. To the person who emailed me, don't worry about it. Seriously, even if we have a little bit of time, Amazon's pretty fast, so I know, and that's what it's gross though. Why would somebody do that when it comes to a child's case? That's what I don't get. People don't think, and she sits there and cries and stuff and acts like the tears are because she is afraid somebody's going to get hurt. Is it really that she's afraid that she's going to go to prison, or that, I mean, what is going on? Hey Sharon, if she knew that Fred was on the road that day, during a time that he's not stated, then why hasn't she said anything? He's always been, it was never stated that he wasn't on the road. He left to go to the scrapyard. He was in and out of there. The last time he was out before Summer went missing, though, was around, wasn't it like 3:30 or so? It was, I know, there's a lot going on at 3:30. It is. That's how, he was able to see. Remember, he had to get to the scrapyard before 4, I think it was. So he had to have left and I know that they were in a hurry too, because they wanted to get there before it closed, and it was going to close at 4, I think. So, whatever, I would guess about 3:30, 3:15. I would hope so, Lori. I would hope they would be questioning him if they found. But I'm kind of wondering, because it feels like why didn't they take the opportunity when Dawn was in jail to interrogate the crap out of Candace? Like, she's the one, she will break. If they just tried a little bit, during the time that Dawn was in jail. I know that they're saying that they won't give an interview, or I guess, what are they just, is it because they said they, here in a second, we're going to go over this video by Carrie Moody. I haven't seen it yet. So I'm going to watch it with you guys. Issues with your web. And it is Jody Sue Brown fights back against Fred Hill's claims. Why is she so angry. Her reactions just don't feel right. Worry about him because he said he wore. I'm not going to tell what rehab he's going to. I'm not going to tell people that. It's just not right now. That's not me like keeping anything from you guys or anything. That's just being smart. And especially with exactly the reason that Tessie just said, because of how much he has spoken on the case. Fred told me that Bill Shipley was supposedly, I don't know. I haven't looked into it at all, but he said, I don't know if it was this time that he was in jail. I think he said it was the last time Bill was in jail that he got beat up because due to Summer Wells, like somebody attacked him, like accusing him of having something to do with Summer Wells. But why do you think that, Linda? Well, when he's getting out as public, though, is the problem. Hey, Mimi06. Howdy doody. Howdy doody. I maybe JC, but he doesn't need. I don't want to do the money though. I don't want to ask people to donate him money. I just think it's best just to stick to when it comes to YouTube and anything to do with money and donations. You just don't want to go there. Seriously, like you don't want to do it. You don't want to do. I've. It's just blown up in my face way too many times, and even this. I mean, people are gonna throw a fit about me doing this. I already know. So even getting him clothes and stuff like that, people are gonna give me shit about. Plus, let's say he gets out and starts using again or something. I don't want to be responsible for him ODing or, I don't know. But I would like to help him make it just a little bit easier on him to better his life. Hey, Michelle. Rewind. Oh, there's nothing we've really talked about except Fred's wish list, the Amazon thing to get him clothes for rehab and stuff. And it's, if anybody was wanting to do that, but you haven't missed anything yet. He's your friend, and I think a little of the. Yeah. He does, like he has put a target on his back. Those are his exact words. He's like, I've put a target on my back. Which, well, I mean, me and him, I guess it's between, who knows if he would have ever spoke up if nobody ever went out there to talk to him. I mean, he was already talking to law enforcement, and I guess that's all that really matters, but I know why. Hey, Clo. Hey, Sharon. Honey Elder. Oh, thank you, honey. Right. That's why I want to reiterate. Like, this is your guys' choice. I'm not asking you to. Like, I'm only saying if you want to. That there's been people who have asked. So, and I understand. Right now, a lot of people are having a hard time financially. Trying to recover from Christmas, Well, One Love, he's actually had a good life before, like a house and kids, a marriage, a good job. Like his kids are very the kids that are still underage live with a family member who's like a millionaire. And he's like, I still have to pay. He has to pay $550 a month for his two kids, both him and Laura. So she's getting over $1,000 a month for the two kids from Laura and Fred combined. And which is it's a lot. Seems high, but I don't know. I've never taken in child support and I've never paid it, so I don't know. Seems like high to me, but gosh, that would pay my freaking rent. Right? Yeah, and exactly. But Yvonne, people have helped me. Like when I was struggling, and I've always promised to do the same thing. It's always been a promise to myself is to help others, like when I can. $50 a month? Yeah, it's like $250 or something per kid a month. And they both pay $500, a little over $500 and something a month. That comes out of her check. So Fred fought cancer for 4 or 5 years. It's called retin. I don't know what it started with. RET, something some kind of renal cancer. He had literally, they gave him 6 months to live, and he beat that. So, he was shot in his in the back by his best friend, actually, who he says is actually a good guy. It was just back when they were strung out on drugs. I guess is a good guy now. He has a wife who's actually a school teacher. He has a business and stuff. But, drugs, it was somebody trying to rob him for drugs, and he was shot in the back. And when they went in to remove the bullet, he said he just threw it. He accidentally did it himself. He didn't even tell on his friend. I know the person too, and I'm not going to say who. It's not anybody you guys have heard of, I don't think. I don't think so. It's actually, I believe, a light. No, was it? No, I'll tell you the first name was Johnny, but I can't remember. It's Johnny Light. Anyways, yes, it is Light. Well, I just gave out his name. Anyways, because now I just remember his wife's name. His wife has a really cool name. Anyways, Fred just told him he threw his gun back in the back, and when he did, it went off and hit him in the back. But that's not what happened. And anyways, he had to get surgery to get that removed. And when they did, they found cancer in his kidney. And yeah, and then that's when he found out he only had 6 months to live. Like, I'm shocked because of how bad he looked. Like, as far as strung out, he looked strung out on drugs, like on meth, is really what it looked like to me. It was just, I'm shocked. Like, when I saw his kids and stuff, they all have like really good lives, and he has one of his sisters, a really good person. The other one is just just greedy, is her problem. He lived to 80 with treatments. Had kidney cancer. Is it called renal? What's renal? What is that? Is that what it's called? Oh, thank you, Linda. That's so nice. How long ago was that? I'm going to have to ask him. It's been a long time. Let's see. Let me remember. Let me think here. It was back when he had the kids. So the kids were taken in 2012. So it's been before that. Because he said he said the hardest part was having to prepare his kids for his death, because they were telling him he wasn't going to live. He said he was good with God and stuff, and that Fred's a very religious. He's very religious. He actually, used to sing not folklore, but worship music. 1 second, guys. Yeah, praise songs. I almost said, well, go ahead. Let's hear it. He is not wanting to go back to Ben Hill Road. And he's not. I don't think he is he would have to be like have no other choice. How's the exchange rate, JC? Does it make it more expensive for you or cheaper to order stuff in the United States? Probably more expensive. I hope he doesn't have to either, because that would be really bad. And yes, renal cell carcinoma. Does that mean kidneys? Because that sounds like what he told me he had. You hear the BS Joey Sue had spilling out? Nope. But we're about to, I guess. We're going to go over Carrie's video here. Carrie Moody. Let's see. When was she linked, okay, yes, it was a day ago. Destroying Fields Road and Ziggy's favorite food, Fred. Ew! What? Ew! Favorite food, Fred? What's that mean? It seems to be your favorite food. You can't keep us out of your mouth. This is a video, I guess, Carrie clipped. If anybody wants to watch it, I'm not going to watch hers. I will watch Carrie's, though. Because thanks to people like Carrie, she can clip out the stuff we need to hear, and we don't have to freaking listen to her ramble for hours and not even understand her. Hey, Nurse Sandy. She's sick. Yes, she's sick. Thank God you got away. It was, oh my gosh. I can't even imagine. Did I miss, okay, no, that's Juniper. Juniper's, all right, so let's go ahead. Ask, all she ever talks about is someone named Jenna and Monster. Jenna. Jenna as in, who's Jenna? You mean Jenny. Oh, yeah. Yeah, if she's not talking about me or Fred, she's talking about, right, Jenny, Andy, Adrian. Every time I hear Adrian, though, that's my name as well. And, you know, fun fact about that is when Mommy, I guess she got Mama Sassy, I think that's what she goes by now. When she first came out as Krama Mama, everybody, like, people were convinced it was me. And, like, people thought I was lying, like, legit thought I was lying. And I listened to her. I'm like, she does sound like me. And because at first she didn't ever come on camera. Yeah, I know she doesn't answer anything. Smokes like a chimney. You shouldn't, at least. All right, let's listen to what Carrie got for us here. Oops.
And well after summer vanished, well before summer vanished, and well after, until they started calling for all properties to be searched. So there you goddamn receipts, Fred, Ziggy, Dear World. Even we didn't have access to the goddamn Fields property, you fucking dipshits.
What? Okay. That doesn't, whatever you just showed is zero proof. Joey said, we already know you talk to yourself. Literally, like, you sit there and text yourself. We don't believe your text anymore. And plus, you didn't show anything. You just held up your phone and, like, you don't ever show, like, any dates. That doesn't tell me anything, seriously. I'm sorry, but you are a manipulator and a liar.
So no, Jody, Sue, and Andy, everybody else didn't hide Summer anywhere. Nothing was done. There's proof on camera and by feds and law enforcement and big boy equipment and hayfields themselves and gates and neighbors that, nope, wrong answer. Fred, Ziggy, Dear World.
Then why are you so defensive? Because nobody ever says anything about you. We hardly ever talk about you having anything to do with it. Literally, like, seriously, we just say you act weird, like you know something. So why are you acting like it's a direct attack? If anybody should be acting like that, it's Andy. But look at Andy acting like a reasonable person, adult, and you're acting like a lunatic. When we really don't even, I mean, I have a little bit think that you, I mean, just because how you act. You act like, I mean, I don't know.
You dumbasses who eat and breathe and feed fucking tragedy pit narratives like hungry baby birds and then use them to torment all of us with because you buy their bullshit and lies. There you goddamn receipt.
How are we tormenting you? She is delusional. God. We don't talk. Why is she trying so hard to get my attention? Me doing this is just, she's going to fire up alive. I already know. That's what she's been doing lately. Every single time I go live, she fires up alive because she'll see Andy in the chat and then she just fucking goes ballistic. Talk about impulsive. She is like, whoa, big time impulsive. Straight jacket and a rubber room. Yes. Oh, but we're supposedly controlling I'm supposedly controlling the narrative. Me and Fred, Suey Sue, according to her. Okay, Jody Sue. Well, why don't you start pressuring law enforcement to clear your name or clear other people's names instead of putting all this energy on YouTube, like to people who can't really get anything done to vindicate you? Oh, I'm sure she lies about anything and everything, Andy. I don't know how you dealt with it. She seems miserable. She never seems to laugh and have a good time. She's never smiling and happy. Like, she just seems miserable. It's actually really, really sad. And I'm not even, she thinks I'm a bitch and I say this stuff and I'm condescending and no, I really mean it. It is sad to me. I would be depressed if I was in her situation as well. Very depressed. But she's not doing anything about it. She's making her situation worse. Sit there, chain smoke, cigarette after cigarette in a freaking, 6x8 shed. How's Laura? We'll talk about that. Laura's doing all right. I need to contact her, actually. I haven't talked to her in a couple days.
All right.
Hold on.
To be fair, Jody Sue, if you're going to call other people tragedy pimps, you too have been here since day one, making money off of the little girl that went missing from across the street. And to be fair, you are one of the very few that I always see your Cash App pinned. You never show Summer's photos, ever. You never show the Amber Alert flyer. You never show the updated flyer.
Never.
So if you're going to try to be...
Never goes over news clips either or anything. Like, just her word is what we're supposed to take. I don't think I've ever seen her go up over any type of anything. But I don't watch her. And I agree, it's comical that Jody Sue's calling others tragedy pimps. She is like by far the biggest tragedy pimp on this platform in this community. By far. Because I say that because she runs it, she just purposely puts out false info and is taking in money from doing that. Background noise. Supposedly she's in the camper, or she's either in the camper or the shed. Oh, shit. So the address isn't working, guys, on Amazon wish list? Well, after you add it to the Amazon wish list, you have to add it to the cart. Did you try that? If anybody ends up making a purchase, can you let me know? We got it to work with Laura, so that's. Hey, Whistle. See, and it's not that I can't. I want to do that for you, honey. It's not that. It's just that I don't want to do that for. I'm gonna have to fix it somehow. If it won't. Here, maybe if I. Aw, thank you, JC. I saw your PayPal just now. Let me click the link from my phone and see what. In the description. Okay. That's good. Well, I'm going to have to work on it later, I guess. That sucks, because I know it was working with Laura, and I have it set to everything. I have it set to the same. As what? Okay, well. Oh, I might have said the wrong channel name. I don't think it was Crimes Have Consequences that I was talking about, because now that I see the picture, that's not the crime. No, that's the wrong channel that I was talking about earlier. I said Crimes Have Consequences, but it's different channel I watched earlier today. Oh, I mentioned you earlier, thinking it was a video of yours that I watched. Crimes. It's not. It's now that I see your picture, it wasn't you. The person I'm thinking has a black and white picture. Put out the address. She said I could put out the address. Well, I was trying to do it without that, but okay. All right, I'll just email here. If you guys can't get it, I know it'd be if people will order, if it's too difficult, people won't help. I feel. That's why I'm trying to make it simple for you guys, so people can just click a link, add items, and get what they want. But I guess if it doesn't work, I guess you can email me and I'll give if Kathy's okay with it. Oh, shit. 1 second, guys. I promise we'll get right back to the video. Just sending. Forget how how we got it to work last time. All right. Oh, it's working on your laptop? Oh, okay. Awesome. Okay. Okay, well, I emailed you the address too. I trust you. I just didn't want to have to do that for everybody. You know what I mean? Put it as a gift. And what do you mean, Carla? Yeah, just email me, Carla. And for those who don't want to order off Amazon and have something at home they want to send already or something, just email me at youtubeziggy@outlook.com and we'll work it out. Like Kathy said, she'll allow me to give out the address if it won't work. Have a feeling it's getting 50 pairs of socks. Yeah, everybody's going to get socks probably, but I'm going to try to keep in contact with the people who purchase and, you know, keep track of what they purchase so he doesn't have like an overabundance of one thing and nothing of another. All right, let's continue and listen here what Carrie has to say. This is Carrie Moody.
Real with other people, Jody Sue. Let's also be real with you.
Now, here's the thing, right? Because I always say fields, fields, fields. It's the road y'all are fed, right? But it's actually Bale they were coming to. That last search.
It's Fields and Bell Road, Jody Sue. Stop. Good Lord. Really?
Now, I don't know what they found compiled with all the big boy hacking equipment to make them come back to areas of interest that way. I have a few thoughts. So, here's the deal.
Oh, she's going to put it on Fred, huh?
You know, the thing is, on the 15th, I heard Fred's truck.
You are such a liar! Oh my fucking God, dude. Oh my gosh. Oh God.
Heard it leave. Here's the thing about that, though, right?
No, you didn't.
Who's to know who was driving Fred's truck when it left?
Oh my God.
I don't. I hope cameras made that they captured his face driving, but here's the thing, though. Fred's truck stopped at a certain point and then restarted at a certain point and then left that road. I'm certain of that. It stopped after a certain point. I'm certain of that.
Then why haven't you said this before? What's that even mean?
Why, I can't say. Initially, I thought, well, it's just its usual piece of shit self.
Oh, he's a piece of shit now. Okay. A diesel truck? No, it's not a big truck. It's just isn't diesel ones like the bigger ones? It's just I think it's just a 2-door. But I don't know what this is so dumb. This is so ridiculous, Jody Sue. I don't this is why nobody fucking believes you. You just come out of nowhere with these news stories all the time. Like, you've been so upset with Fred. If you would have had something on him before now, you would have put it out there. Now you're going to act like you have like some kind of, oh, well, here's the thing. Actually, on the 15th, I heard Fred. Yeah, I heard his truck. Just like she saw colors, a flash of red go up, or what did she say? A truck go up Dawn and Candace's driveway, a flash of red.
Maybe I'm just dense and stupid like you enjoy calling all of us here on YouTube, Jody. But if you're talking about the red truck, you said something completely different. And I'll play that clip as soon as you're done talking. And if that's not what you're talking about, then why are you doing all these riddles to make people think that maybe, possibly, just possibly, it may have been Fred? You know that is exactly what you're trying to imply.
Tearing up, breaking down. I don't know. Maybe he's over there hanging out with Ken Stein again or something. Or who the fuck knows what Fred's doing? Fred's Fred. Oh well. This shit's always tearing up. That time the yellow truck, 7 issues 2. It's a consistent thing.
Yellow truck.
It's whatever.
Not yellow.
I had trouble starting, stopping, doing all.
Not a yellow truck. Fred hasn't had a yellow truck since I've been, and maybe at that time, if it's a yellow truck, it would. It's like a bluish truck, isn't it? I mean, it's definitely not yellow, like bright yellow. And he told me he did have a yellow truck though, but because I think she's mentioned something about a yellow truck before, but I don't think he didn't have it when I first met him, like 6 months after summer. Yellow Frontier, he had one. Yeah, I know. I think he said he had one, but yeah, I don't think he had it like 6 months after, though. I'm pretty sure he told me it was the same truck he's driving now as what he was driving that day, but anyway, she's still lying no matter what she says here. I mean, we can pretty much bet anytime if her mouth is moving, she's lying.
Things. Even well after summer vanished, when they were out here in town and shit, and it's fun. But anyway, so I didn't think much about it that day. I've thought about it a lot since.
Oh yeah, I'm sure you have.
But because of things at the beginning and how Fred felt, and that he was being set up, targeted, fucked with, couldn't blame him on that front. And I thought, well, Mud and Jello from just these assholes. But they were the only ones really head and nose and shit 24 hours a day. Some of the things, looking back, don't quite vibe to me. And it could still be that situation because, well, when you have a team formulated around people and it looks like they're all targeting or fucking with witnesses and others and trying to make people look entirely sus as fuck while cleansing the asses of others, well, it's got a feel to it.
Oh, okay. So that's what I'm doing. I'm just trying to help Fred get out of trouble for being involved with a missing child or taking. Yeah. Okay. That sounds like something you would do. Yeah. That's the least of her problem.
Doesn't it? It really does for me. So I can't blame Fred. Also, if he's just doing all he's doing because he's Fred speaks Fred speak, because
No,
he's
that's
afraid
you.
too.
Jody Sue speaks Jody Sue speak. Jody speaks Jody speak. Fred speaks truth from what I've witnessed. You act like you I don't understand why she does this. That's why the only reason people are so stuck on hell-bent on, like, why she's so hell-bent on attacking Fred or Matt. Fred hasn't even, he hasn't even, you're mad because he said something about who? Bill Shipley? He didn't really say anything about Bill Shipley, just say he's not a good guy. Same thing with Wayne. whatever his name is, face tattoo guy. He doesn't really talk crap about anybody. He seriously doesn't. Even Jody Sue, even the ones that talk bad about him. He just, I mean, I'm sorry, Jody Sue, if you find the truth offensive.
I don't know. That'll be up to law enforcement and feds to figure out, and well, it's spread, so I don't know. Either way,
Oh, did you tell law enforcement?
I just know all kinds of things from all parties around everything are a whole goddamn lie, and it's always trying to figure out why. What's what, this, the other. I can pick out truths, I can listen to their tones, I can hear when most of them are lying, when they're bullshit doing the things, it just depends.
You are
But
the bullshitter, dude. You are. It's not working for you? Well, you can email me, Nancy, and I'll send you the address. YouTubeZiggy@outlook.com.
and most of them I know well enough to where I can read their body language.
To be very honest, Jody Sue, we all have just about figured out all of this about you as well. And it's really strange that you're coming out fighting against Fred, saying that Andy was on the hill that day. Isn't that what this is all about? I think it is.
And hear their tones, and also
not on the hill, but on the road that day is what Fred said. On the road. He saw in the morning, he saw Dawn go up he did see Dawn going up the hill, up 110, that morning with the boys in the truck. I think he said like 9 or 9:30.
Oh shit, because guess what? Lived there. Most of them, like Fred, my entire life, throughout all the stages of his, before certain shit kicked in, all these other things, Fred's Fred.
So you've known Fred your entire life. How long has she known Fred, really? 20 years? Has she known him 20 years? She's really upset that Andy's being. She even started it even before, like, he was coming around. So I don't know. She's always acted weird. Some think it's just like, I was talking to somebody, a local today, and I'm not going to say who. Not Fred, somebody else. Unless there be a name anonymous. But she knows her Jody Sue pretty well. She thinks her behavior is very sus too, but she's like, I don't know if it's just the way she is. Like, she's just a liar and likes the attention. And, it benefits her because she is financially too. Or I don't know. Because she's like, at first I thought that she was guilty, but now it's just like, is she just like a horrible person that lies constantly? Either way, she's horrible. Both options equal horrible person.
Never underestimate Fred. Either way, thing is, I can't say who's driving Fred's truck. It doesn't mean that Fred possibly wasn't left behind back there. Doesn't mean Fred didn't get out of the truck at some point either. Somebody else took the truck out. What I do know to be fact is that Fred came back in that road, and well well after the helicopter was up. Had a trailer behind him, what it was pulling, and then he kept his head straight, wouldn't speak to anybody, but he's the reason the traffic got brought up where some people could leave the road that had been trapped in there for hours. That had been part of the initial search efforts with I and other neighbors for summer.
Put in my disclaimer here. I don't think Jody Sue had anything to do with Summer Wells' disappearance. What I do think is Jody Sue knows a whole lot. She knows an awful lot of stuff. And these riddles and all this other bullshit really are pissing people off. And you call everybody else a tragedy pimp? But I'm wondering why Jody Sue is making such an issue of this. The conversation actually started about an hour before, so I only clipped this part of it. But she seems to be wanting to say, well, Fred's truck was going down the hill that day, but maybe it wasn't Fred driving. Like, seriously, Jody Sue, what the hell are you implying? Get to the fucking point. The shit is getting old. This is a missing child. Like you always say, this is a missing little girl. If you know shit, say something.
Can somebody unhide Honey Elder? I think Michelle accidentally hit her. Honey Elder's am I not logged into my, why won't it let me unhide her? Is anybody able to unhide her? I know it was an accident, but crap, I can't find her. Can somebody please unblock her? Honey Elder, can you send me your link, please? To YouTube. Wasn't letting me unhide her either. Maybe. All right. I feel bad. She just got Fred a bunch of stuff. She got, which I guess I could let you guys know. Let me see what she said. She got him some panties, a flannel, and 2 long sleeves. Okay. So
something.
And so
Michelle D is she probably is like doing stuff. She listens like while she's working and stuff like that. No. I need the link, not your name. I need the link. I already know you're Honey Elder. Nobody ever.
But that doesn't mean he was the one driving that truck when it left out of there. Doesn't mean that he didn't get out of it at some point and somebody else take it on out of there. And him had different ways. Doesn't mean, and I go through these puzzles every day. Fire puzzles. You think, well, it's weird certain shit follows all the dope trails.
Yeah, right.
I mean, I totally agree with Jody Sue here. I do think all paths to where Summer Wells is leads back to those quote unquote dope trails.
Could people have gotten?
I mean, I don't think it has anything to do with. I don't think it has any. These people use dope, but I think it leads to actually more so a ring, like a child, you know.
And out of things or done things and met out towards the main road and gotten into vehicles again and or met later and come back in driving those things. I mean, I don't know. I just know that that's up to law enforcement feds to figure out.
Okay.
That's what I know. I'm sick of the bullshit.
Yeah, so are we.
Today, I feel like eating Ziggy's favorite food with receipts. Some of the thoughts and certain facts and puzzles.
You don't have any receipts, dude. You're so God. What is wrong with her?
Fred said he was key to everything. He'd worn wires on everybody, all these conversations, try to make everybody else look all kinds of ways. Ziggy did.
Not trying to look any way. What are you afraid of? If he wore a wire and has the conversations recorded, that's not trying to make anybody look away any way. He was asked to wear a wire on everybody back there when you guys were all hanging out, talking at the bottom of your driveway. It wasn't directed specifically at anybody. Well, of course, the parents, Dawn. But yeah, police wanted to know what everybody was talking about back there. It makes sense, and I don't understand why you're worried about that.
Now, what law enforcement's then going to go right behind that, have what is apparently their star person wearing wires on everybody, do all that shit, and then go set that motherfucker up cold with hard cells and wires. And then try to place that, in front of a jury, a judge, to back up those wires? Come on.
What? I don't understand what the lady, or what Carrie is saying. I absolutely agree on this. What the hell is there to agree with? I don't understand what that means. Would somebody then turn around and do what? What is she saying? I don't get what she is even saying. Even Carrie put, I absolutely agree with her on this. What's that mean? I don't understand what she's implying. He did wear a wire. I'm sorry you guys have a problem with it and don't want to believe it, but
Fred said he was key to everything.
Why would he didn't say he was key to everything? I said it. I feel like he could, possibly seen something that day. Yeah, but that was after the drug thing was after. If he got caught for selling drugs, that has nothing to do with him wearing he got caught for selling drugs after summer. So that makes no sense. November of 2022. Way after Summer went missing. Way after he wore a wire. So that she doesn't make sense. At that time, he didn't have drug dealing charges. Duh. It was a year and a half after Summer went missing that somebody wore a wire on him for 2 buys of like a half gram or something.
Or wires on everybody, all these conversations, try to make everybody else look all kinds of ways. Ziggy did too. Now, what law enforcement's then going to go right behind that? Have what is apparently their star person wearing wires on everybody, do all that shit, and then go set that motherfucker up cold with hard cells and wires.
What?
And then try to place that what in front of a jury?
Who said it? No, what? If he still did something illegal, yeah, he should. If he sold drugs, he's not supposed to be doing that. It would be different at the time if he if this was something that happened right around the time Summer went missing, but it was a year and a half later. But you're just trying to distract and confuse people. I know exactly what you're fucking doing. Oh, so yeah, they'll just let people get away. We're just going to let that guy. Why do you think, do you ever wonder why they waited over 6 months to even press charges on him? The dealing where the guy wore a wire on him was November of 2022. Fred wasn't even arrested till June of 2023. So, I don't know, Miss Smarty Pants. I have no idea why they choose who they chose. And I can. I mean, out of everybody back there that has spoken, I mean, Fred seems like the more straight up guy than a lot of them. So maybe he's already had a couple run-ins with the law, and he's lived there his entire life. So he's going to know people. We don't know exactly how it all went down. He explained to me how it happened, how he was asked. It was somebody a guy that worked with the narcotics unit that spoke to Fred the day Summer went missing. He said it was the same day that Summer went missing that he was asked to wear a wire. Because I asked him that specifically. And so he wore a wire. We're talking about in June of 2021. He did that it was a few day thing. He said for 3 days, 2 or 3 days, I believe it was. It was a year and a half later that he got the dope selling charges, you freaking moron. Actually, 2 years later that they charged him for it. Then a year and a half when the sales took place. So you're not, you once again failed at your point. That doesn't mean anything.
A judge to back up those words? Come on. No, bro.
Let us not forget, on Fred's own accord, he told Ziggy he was being investigated for 2 deaths. Let's also not forget the fact that Fred Hill is the only one sitting in jail. Don't forget that. As much as you love Ziggy, do not forget that.
I don't really get.
What's that supposed to mean? What the fuck is that supposed to mean? As much as you love Ziggy. And what's that mean about him sitting in jail? What the fuck does that mean? Why wish people would pay attention? Like, seriously, I go over this stuff all the time. It's just so irritating to me. What does it mean that he's sitting in jail and that as much as you love Ziggy, what the hell? It has nothing to do with me. As much as you love Ziggy, it has nothing to do with me. Don't judge Fred because of me, please. If you guys don't want to believe Fred, that's fine. Make it your, don't, what do you mean as much as you love Ziggy? This is not supposed to be about a popularity contest. This is about the truth. So please, yeah, I agree with that as far as don't as much as you love Ziggy. What the fuck? What? I don't even understand that point. Can somebody explain it to me that he's the one sitting in jail? What's that mean? Don was in jail too. All these people have been in jail. What the hell does that mean? He's about to get out to rehab or like halfway type house. He's the only one sitting in jail for something completely unrelated. Okay, great point.
Give a shit either. Now, as far as him and Dawn, whatever, I hope shit was gotten from whoever it needed to be gotten from. I hope the whole goddamn neighborhood was fired. I don't really give a shit. I hope there are answers somewhere for someone in her case. But I know nothing from Little or Monster in that shit. Ain't good anything. Usually when Fred was...
See, that really pisses me off. Like, I didn't know Carrie was, like, talking shit. I mean, it's not... That pisses me off, honestly. Really bad. That's why I was sharing her. I mean, I see her in here all the time. What's that even mean? Please don't bring me. It's not supposed to be about me. I don't want anybody judging Fred, good or bad, because of me. That really pissed me off, dude. I hadn't watched this in advance. I didn't expect, but it's okay. At least I get a respond. I don't get it. We all know that all these people are using drugs. So I don't get that statement. No, she said, as much as you love Ziggy, don't forget that. Well, why are you bringing me up? Like, she always does this. This lady, I've heard her talk shit about Fred, and it's like, I know she doesn't believe Fred, which is fine. But what I don't understand what it means to, like, as much as you love Ziggy.
Coming up seeking information or trying to fuck with us or
I just don't get what that has to do with anything Summer Wells. It doesn't. It's not even it's not a violent crime. It's not anything to do with children. Has nothing to do with Summer Wells or anything about it. So what's that have to even do with it? I don't get that.
Trying to misdirect shit at that point. Him and Dawn would conveniently somehow magically know each other and there'd be a meeting and we would move the fuck away from them so they could do whatever the fuck it was they were doing since the very night Summer vanished.
She just said when Dawn and Fred would meet up, they had no clue what was going on. And then they would just like scatter, like Dawn and Fred would start talking about something. So Jody Sue and Andy didn't like it, so they would just leave, right?
Anybody got time for it? And then we carried on about our business. We were well aware what Fred was doing. And he was trying to gather and be nosy and all that. Yeah.
Oh, you think?
And weirdly enough, trying to
Mr. Wearing, you mean he was trying to get information to find out what happened to Summer Wells, recorded. You mean you were trying to be nosy? You needed to know everything going on. Fred was told to hang out over there and get information.
Direct and do weird shit and fuck with shit, and you think at first it's just Fred's
I just got sorry for cutting it off, but I just got another mess. I got an email from him that said no, he came in as a 29-inch waist, and so he does need the 32/34. So I'm gonna edit that to 32/34 again, because he just confirmed.
It's just Twacker. It's just a singer, but looking back, it's like hell, him and C&D and arrested and the same thing to one another. Why? You know? Why trying to distance between one another? Why behavior patterns change between them? Why?
But see, here Jody Sue is where you like to dish out the shit, but can't take it. Because in the beginning, you said they were loving parents. They, you know, all blah, 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 blah. All those text messages you put out between you and Candace, you weren't trying to distance yourself from anything until it got to be hard. Am I right or am I right? You and Candace were friends as well.
Why was there an extreme mention of that to make others believe that they've been separated as super close friendsies for, I don't know, convenient 6 months? I don't know, man. It all has flavor on it to me.
What? I don't know what she's talking about.
So I decided not to post what Jody Sue originally said when she did say that she had a description of the driver of that red Tacoma, which I know a whole lot of you just don't believe, but it's still on the TBI's website. You best believe it. They are looking for that vehicle. So I left that part out of it because Jody Sue just frustrates the hell out of me. I am tired of the riddles. Her and Fred seems like they're going back and forth at each other. All I can say is, like I said earlier, Fred is the one in jail. Fred is the one that we saw the polygraph exam for. Not Jody Sue, not Andy, but Fred Hill. With that, I hope you guys have a great night, and thank you so much for watching. Until next time, bye-bye.
The lie detector test, Carrie, was for cotton, okay? Sorry. The lie detector test was about cotton. There was only one question in it that had anything to do with Summer, and that was it was all because Cotton's situation or what he talked about had to do with Summer. So yeah, of course, the polygraph questions, there's going to be a few that had Summer mentioned, but it had to do with Cotton. So I don't like that video either. It kind of implied some things that to me I don't know why she keeps saying that he's the one in jail. It doesn't even make sense to me. I'm going to erase his comments. I know. The red truck. The exact description is exactly like Jody Sue's mom. And also, I will say this, that maybe I should wait on. It has to do with Jody Sue's mother, and that's just gonna piss her off even more. One second. Whoa. I'm reading something from somebody right now. Wow. Who's Melinda, Jody? JW. Let's see how she reacts to that one. And also, I will say this. I hear that Jody Sue's mother was a big supply of the drugs back there. And that she's even crazier than Jody Sue, if you guys can imagine. But that's it. That's all I'm going to say. Okay, so he said 1X in panties. So we'll stick to that. He said, yeah. Yeah. Somebody named Eric's ex. Yeah, that's who I mean. What'd she go to jail for? Jody Sue's. See, if Fred was in jail for something different, like anything to do with children, anything violent, I would feel differently about people mentioning, I just don't get how him being in jail for selling drugs is anything to do with Summer Wells. Yeah. Yes. So the time around the time that Summer went missing, right after that incident, she got arrested, I hear, soon before, like how long before Summer went missing? We need to look into that. We need to look at the date of that. I eat 2 Xanax, a fifth of vodka, and a carton of cigarettes. Okay, Kanjali. Get on that, Jisoo. Make yourself useful. So somebody just sent me something else. That will check out here. It's probably going to piss me off, but better be pissed off than pissed on. So this might be a little bit of a repeat of, well, I don't know. This was posted a year ago, an hour ago. Did she say? Oh, I probably. Are you serious? She's live about me right now. Oh my god, dude. This feels like freaking Six Up all over again. And that's not even completely handled yet. I have 2 fucking completely psychotics after me now, stalking me. No power? That's crazy, Terry. I don't get why she cares so much. It doesn't even make sense. Let's see. Somebody just messaged me asking for. Here, let me send this person a message. Hey, I'm live, but yeah, I'll send you the address that you can ship it to. It's the lady who is taking him to rehab. She's one of my mods, a local there. And she said I could give her address out to those who couldn't figure out. I have an Amazon wish list thing up for them that I didn't add anything to it. But people could add stuff and then buy whatever they want. His sizes are, he said 32 waist / 34 length. He 2XL shirt, XL boxers, size 12 shoes, which he has a nice pair of boots. He says that's one thing he does have. He needs, I'm gonna have to get him a phone, because he doesn't have anything. A phone. He needs thermals, hygiene stuff, all that stuff. They don't supply any of that. But I'll send you the address here. One second. We're about to go over. I'm sending somebody this address. What the freak? Okay, got that taken care of. Sorry. Hey, beautiful disaster, Jackie. Okay, so Candalee says, by the way, I don't do drugs, I don't drink, but I could use that effing carton of cigarettes. Thank you so much for the super chat. Somebody asked me, does Fred say he and the law think Summer went missing on the 14th by the Jody Spoogle? He has said something like that about, but he has had different theories. So he hasn't been consistent in his theories, really. You know, not like Dawn Wells or Candace, who say she got abducted and that's it. His theories change all the time, but yeah, he has more recently thought like possibly that they think she, so for some reason, I don't know if he said they think, like referring to, law enforcement. I would just say that that's his opinion. I wouldn't take it as law enforcement, just in case, because the law missing. Yeah, but I can't remember if Fred said that was something that he thought that law enforcement was insinuating or not. But really, I guess it doesn't matter because we don't have any proof of it. It's just hearsay from Fred, unfortunately. But I trust him. You know, I trust Fred, and his memory seems pretty good. Way better than mine. But his story is always. I'll sometimes like I don't do it as much anymore because I trust him like completely. Oh, thank you, AB. There's my lover coming to say hi. Don't be jealous, ladies. Anyways, what was his name? Woo, that got me all flustered. I was talking about Fred. Obviously. You guys will remind me in here in a second. Oh, the 14th. The 14th. That's his opinion. I have a lot of 2XL men's tall shorts. Oh, thank you, Holly, for gifting 5 memberships. Woo woo! Oh, look, Marlena can't too. Anastasia Sapphire, Polythene Pam. Thank you so much. And Shannon Mullins. Will you please ask him to clarify next time you talk to him whether he thought they said that? Okay, here. Let me send him an email. Okay, I just emailed him. We'll see if we get a reply back in time. Thank you so much, Holly. No one wants to believe that people are such monsters that they... I know. He's a misogynist. He has a scary voice, I think. Yeah, of course, Marlena. I'd like to know anyways. Fix Nightbot, honey. It's still got the wrong size for Fred. What's it say? 34. Yeah, I'm guessing I would say he's really tall also. He said he was wearing 29. It's crazy. Oh my gosh. Who just sent the Cash App? I don't want to say your real name. Nurse Sandy, thank you so much. That's so nice. She sent something to help out with. She said to help out with you and Fred. Oh, thank you. That was so nice and generous. Thank you so much. Is Nurse Sandy in here? Well, I just changed Nightbot, so it should. Yeah, it was really nice of her. I just wanted to make sure she heard me. What's this say? Jisoo said one of the boys had an attitude with her during the time of search in Creek. Just wondering why, if anyone knows. Oh, there's Nurse Sandy. Thank you. His link. If you want to get him 36, go for it. I mean, I think he does have his legs are pretty long. I will say that. I was surprised at 34 length, but maybe he just doesn't like super long jeans or something. Yeah, capris, right, Betty Smith? Oh, right. That's a good idea. That's a good idea, actually. I forgot about that. You're absolutely right. If he gives me his information, I could probably sign him up for him. I don't know. I'd have to look into it. That's a great idea. Thank you so much. Totally forgot about that. That's a perfect idea. Jisoo wasn't researching Creek, and I doubt the boys had any attitude unless she was bossy to them. Okay, let's get started on this. And sorry earlier I got upset about in that last video or whatever. I understand people have their opinions. I'm not mad at anybody or anything. I like Carrie and stuff, but I honestly just don't see why him being in jail really means anything for, when it's for selling drugs, when it's not even the drugs that, I don't know. In my opinion, if any drugs are linked to Summer, it would probably be a sedative, only just to sedate. I doubt that they would be using meth. Anyways.
Dumbasses, listen up class, just like we did last night when I showed the receipts that Fred was just pulling shit out of his ass, all kinds of lies.
Oh my gosh. You should talk.
You know, and you know, about when and how long we lived there, and whatever else. Law proved him, you know, several lies throughout last night. All these things. What I did touch on was that Fred pulled a Fred on Fred Crime. Okay. Last night, because I know things about certain pics and stuff and things that yeah, I knew before even law enforcement.
Oh, okay. You're just so awesome.
Like I said last night, now Fred and that says, oh yeah, they had the dates and all sort of stuff on them and whatever, and yeah, they. Now here's the problem. For starters, Fred was him and Laura were supposed to be gone at a certain time now, weren't they? Right? They were running late. Y'all remember the story to go to the scrapyard, it closes at 4 something. They were getting very close to that. And they left out at like 3:30. So even if on the 15th he'd seen Andy coming in and out. Now remember that changed from a truck to a this to whatever being with
No daily tab, sorry. Sorry. I thought about it and thought about it. I'm like, oh, I can't. I know I'd be sad if I gave him up. This place Fred is going providing food. I'm not sure. I'm not sure about. I would think they do. Usually, a lot of those places that like people donate food and stuff. Well, I don't know actually because they don't even provide. Like the place. I'll have to look into that. Yes, he's going to get a job. Yes. That's what he was talking about today. He's like, cannot wait. I just got a response from him. Let's see. Okay, so after I asked him, I said, hey, do you think law enforcement thinks Summer went missing on the 14th, or is that just your opinion? He said, they had said that, they thought that. In my opinion, due to a recorded conversation. He said, due to a recorded conversation, law enforcement was wondering if something happened to her on the 14th, I guess, is what Fred's saying. And I can't wait to talk to him once he's out of there. He should be more easy to get a hold of, even though because he'll be in an area where he has internet access, easy. Oh, they take the card? It's been your opinion. Well, I know a lot of people think that, and I've never thought that. I was surprised when he said that. Hold on 1 second. Where the heck? Oh, there it is. There you be. I had my phone plugged into the computer, but all right. I'm back. Let's continue.
The girl in another type of car. Then now he's on the soul, right? And so anyway, either way, and Fred did not come back in until well after the helicopter and everything else was up on the 15th. After dark.
Ooh, that's a good point. If that's true, no wonder why the timeline doesn't make sense. And the info Dudley gave about the way Dawn was acting on Monday, right? What was okay? So Monday, was that the day before she went missing, or did she go? Did she go missing on a Wednesday? Was the 15th on a Wednesday or Tuesday? Wow. That's interesting to think about because that's right. Dudley did say something about him looking like he had lost his dog or something. Tuesday. Wow. So if the incident with Dudley happened Monday, and some people that I get why people now are thinking possibly, okay. Interesting. Well, that would really throw some things off for me and my theories though, right? I don't know. I forgot it is Saturday night. Oh, I know, Cassie. It doesn't feel like it. Wait, what did 15th was on Tuesday? Yeah. Yes, and the cop showed up at Dudley's dad's Tuesday morning. Why? TBI says early after the 15. I don't know if they have a kid on camera. I know. That's another thing, too. Like, according to... See, it's so confusing because according to Chris McDonough, he claims that they have Summer on video that day on the 15th. You know what I mean? So there's so much, gosh, so much information out there. We don't know exactly what's the real truth. It's probably all like not exactly correct. Just a little, little bits are probably because there's going to be a lot of miscommunication. You know how things go in the telephone game. Things get changed, and that's why we need absolute proof. Like, and even though I believe Fred and stuff like that, I know how sometimes I've believed things like I'm so positive about something and I've been wrong before. So we have to have it's still hearsay until we have some kind of solid proof. Tree trimmer could have gotten day wrong. They were there for days. I feel like Don put her in that house and he was working on because he knows that place is private property. That is why he stated she will never be found. Yeah. See, and that's the thing is like people are, Ryan's searching out there where he's going to be searching. She's more than likely on private property, in my opinion. She's more than likely going to be on private property. So really, I'm not saying it's pointless to search at all. I think it's great, but it's frustrating. Lulu says, I've never watched Jodie Sue. I have heard she is quite the nutter, but seeing her sat in the dark, rambling incoherently, I'm wondering if maybe she is actually a hobbit. Oh, maybe they are real, right, Lulu? Wow. Wow. Light bulb moment. Crimes. Let's see. What was it? I was going to read. What if it's her brother dressed as Summer? Some pics have seen. I know, right? I agree. I agree about that. Crimes have consequences. Jody said the TBI told her Summer was fine the 15th. Probably, Jody probably. Received his dad, timeline rival to Summer's hair shade because CPS all over them date with. You just think she's just trying to be relevant? Could have been hiding Summer instead of looking for Dobbs. All right. I've already been live for 2 hours. We need to get on this.
Okay. So Fred was gone there quite a while that day, and I do remember hearing Fred and then leave. Okay. That day. So anyway, and the little pauses and weird shit in between as they were making their way out of Ben Hill. And they're speaking everything. And, you know, Fred and Laura then later on tried to say, you know, Andy was in a truck with a girl. Andy was in a car with this. And no, he was in a whatever, in a plane, a train, whatever, right?
No.
Now it's the Kia. Of mine right here.
He's always said the Kia, that Fred or that Andy was in the Kia. Stop. He has never said anything different. You're the one saying that. You're the one trying to confuse people. You're trying to make stuff up, put out misinformation. That is not, he never said that.
And I'm like, okay.
And I'm like, oh, okay.
And it's real weird considering what they've always said, but they were supposedly not in the hollow, right? They make sure they're poofed out of there, right, with the car thing and hauling whatever. But yet, Fred knows all the things that were going on in the hollow. And Fred did not come back into Ben Hill that night until after helicopters were going, all bullshit. He's the reason traffic was able to actually break up. He kept his eyes straight and talking about him. And he pushed his way past 10 because he didn't have an ID, driver's license, etc. But they were like, fuck it. We know Fred will just let him on through. I mean, he was just like, fuck all the others, hell raising up.
He was coming in. Okay. What do you mean after giving his name? That's weird. Maybe he had a warrant. Hard to tell. We still don't talk to none of them. I didn't think he lived down there anymore, though. Who came in for Fred? Dope. He was coming in for Fred / dope. No license, bad tag, but they weren't looking at or caring about shit like that. So if he just chilled out, he'd been fine and let in and out without any issue. They were only looking in cars for Summer, that's it. And he stopped, gave his name, but then took off when the cop stepped back. He was coming in for Fred / dope. Oh, that is, who's he talking about? That's so she's talking about somebody was coming in. This was after the police were there and stuff. Supposedly somebody was trying to come in to, she claims, to visit Fred. And they said, by the way, blank ran from the roadblock in our road about 4 a.m. after. Yeah, I think that was Haskell Rhines, actually. Was that Haskell she was talking about? Last night, what do you mean after giving his name? That's weird. Maybe he had a warrant. Hard to tell. We still don't talk to none of them. I didn't think he lived down there. Yeah, he's talking about, I think, Haskell.
I guess, but I was like, I told him it's hard for me to want to talk to Andy because, like, I can't believe him because, like, he tried to tell Ryan, basically, he tried to tell Ryan that that incident was a different day.
Yeah, that's what he tried to tell him, but He was on camera and stuff, and I even had to, like I told Ryan, I had to confirm that it was Andy on that day on camera in the Kia to the TV aisle.
Oh, look, in the Kia.
What do you mean you had to confirm? Like did they show you a picture?
Yes, they showed me pictures, and I had to confirm who they was. Several pictures.
Wow. So they showed you video?
They showed me pictures that the camera had took.
Wow.
And they was dated on that day.
Wow.
And this is where I fucking start hee-haw laughing. And there's a reason I started hee-haw
I'm guessing
laughing.
you're not going to have any type of proof of anything, Jisoo. You're just going to talk a bunch of bullshit and show us some texts that mean fucking nothing.
You gonna listen to that again? Let's listen to it. It gives me great joy.
Yeah, so I learned today that he talked to Andy, and which is okay. Andy, I guess, did.
Do you remember the original point of contention is Fred's put this bullshit out to Ziggy in the way back, right? That, and Laura, once she came into play, that they seen Andy in a train, a plane.
Came into play. It was the same. She came into play the first day. She's making up stuff. It's always been the same fucking thing, Jody. We have it all recorded. It's all on YouTube. You're getting confused. The other vehicles that came in
a car. He was in the back of the holler, la la la, right? Right. Andy came on at a certain point and was like, motherfucker, a few days before that, day before that, I went up there looking for, I don't know, a dog or something, I don't know, but he'd been up there. And actually, it was maybe the day before when he was, I think, maybe Monster Honest, it was the day before on the 14th when he was going back and forth for other family things like that to do with the dog situation. Okay? And I know that he did. But that was the day before summer events.
They showed me pictures that the camera had took.
Wow.
And they was dated on that day.
Wow. And that was the same person. So some of them was from was Andy from when you had seen him that day. That same during. Holy shit!
Indeed, Ziggy. Holy shit! Because see, to my ears, that lets me know that Ellie's fucking with Fred. I too have seen all these things.
Oh my God. Sorry, somebody just sent me something. We're gonna check out here in a second.
And I know things about that that clearly Fred does not.
Okay.
And I knew them even before law enforcement did.
Of course
on June 15th.
Of course you did. You know everything.
I also know the vehicles that went in and out of that fucking road that day. Ish. Right. If Dummy and Stahl or Belster ever in a car anywhere in there, then it was probably dope related, and then it would have had something to do with Fred himself. But that would also be known. Either way, I know shit about that, and I knew it before law enforcement did. On June 15th. that Fred apparently is unaware of.
Okay.
Not a
Is she gonna say
monster, but of others and such. And, you know, something that Fred does not know.
how do you know what he knows and doesn't know?
Otherwise, he'd probably rethink tossing it out into the room. And not realizing, maybe he does, I don't know. Like I said, it could be shit fed out to see what shakes, but it's never really been anything that I had conversations with LE about, but I know that they're aware of it. And I was aware of it before they were ever shown things. So I'm aware of certain shit around that stuff.
Oh, thank you, Tessie.
Nobody ever asked me. I think it's important.
Exactly what time I come.
Oh, I can give you like down to the minute when he came in.
Oh my God.
I'm pretty sure I even have videos of it, but it's fun. I don't know. I feel like phone was in hand, but because of helicopter noise.
Yeah. I mean, you could be super important to the Summer World Caves and end up writing a book someday. You never know.
Yeah, I mean, I am pretty important to that case, really.
Yeah.
A lot more than anybody ever knows,
Yeah.
you know?
Well, except me.
A day don't go by. I play that day over and over and over in my head and try to figure out what clue that we missed. And I feel like it happened the day before.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Then what was he doing down there?
I didn't know that at the end here that it has it clipped, so that's good that we can hear his words and what he said at that time. That's good. So I guess he did say something about being important to the case. He did say something like that, and that when I mentioned it, okay.
On that road that day on the 15th.
I don't know. Hey, Andy or who?
Andy, yeah.
Yeah, I had no idea. The truck followed him back out. He's like, he went in because the truck had went in
Yeah.
and must have been looking for him. And then he followed him back out. He more or less went in and got it.
But did they stay back? But could they have done an exchange or anything back there real quick?
They could have. They very well could have.
See, that's the thing. Why would Andy? It has to be like if something happened the 14th, then why do you think something happened the 14th?
Well, I'm trying to think how to say it. Just things that Jody Sue and Andy had said and stuff on the 15th on the evening. It's all been recorded, but just some stuff that they had said, stuff that made me, and the law even thinks that too.
Shit, I wasn't unmuted. Okay, I was about to say this channel is called Nature Lover. And there's her link. She was just showing both sides of what Jody Sue's saying and then what Fred's saying. And let's see. Aw. Thank you, True Love Has 4 Paws. Thank you for so much for the Cash App. So, yeah, I guess he did say in that one that the law believes that. So I didn't even have to message him and waste 10 cents to ask him that. But it's okay. Actually, it doesn't cost anything for the emails. I forgot the emails don't cost anything. It's the calls and the chirps that do. It costs for him to message out, but not. Well, I don't know. Hell, if I know. Why does AB's super chat always stay up at the top like way longer than anybody else's? How's he do that? I've always wondered that. Like I've always noticed that like the few times that he has sent me a super chat, I've always noticed it stays up there longer. I don't think you hurt a kid at all in that way or anything. I don't think you hurt. I think if anything, I mean, with Jody Sue, I don't believe she is involved. Like I just feel like you guys might know stuff. That's my opinion. And you might have drove something. That's just my opinion. You might have, the person that actually hurt Summer, like, to her fate with and where she's at, I don't know if anybody really would know, if we would know that name, because I feel like it's like, I feel like she was like handed over a few times to the final destination. I just wish they would like clear you or figure. What I wish is that they would clear up this whole road. That would change everything for me. I mean, as far as who I think, like, that would change everything. That will completely cut you out, pretty much. Not Jody Sue, but you. I just wish that they will tell us, you know, for 100%, because it's now we have to believe, it's now I have to choose between your word and Fred's word, you know, and of course I'm going to pick Fred because I've been talking to him longer and he's always been honest with me as far as I know. You know, I haven't caught him lying anything straight up like proof. I mean, there's hearsay, like you say you weren't on the road. So it's just like, I have to pick. So it's nothing. I don't want you to, it's nothing. I hope you understand like my why. I'm trying to be fair. That's like the only thing that I ever really had on you. You know what I mean? Like, really, is this whole like you supposedly being on the road that day, Fred saying that, and I just wish that law enforcement would clear it up. There's some kind of misunderstanding, there's something up. Not both of you guys can be right. And I just wish they would tell us. It's so frustrating. That's the one question I would ask if I could ask any question. Well, besides where is Summer, obviously. But like if I couldn't ask like the question where Summer is or what exactly happened to Summer, if I could only ask like one question to law enforcement, that's the one question I would ask. The one question I want to know more than anything. Did they lie? Or no, or did is law enforcement like really, could they purposely be putting some stuff out? Because they know Fred's talking to somebody on YouTube. Could they? Like I'm not talking about the road thing. I don't believe he's said anything a lie for law enforcement. I don't, if he is lying on anything, if any of this stuff, if law enforcement had him do something or put something out that he was under the belief that it's true. There's no way, I just don't, he just doesn't. Oh, thank you so much, Lip Lock. She sent me a PayPal. She said, this is to help you for helping Fred. Wish I could do more. I truly hope he succeeds. That is so nice. Thank you so much, Lip Lock. Let's see. Okay, let me look. Because that would change because there's nothing else I've heard about you, Andy. Like nothing, well, besides the DV between you guys. It's not like we have, or, possible drug stuff, but I don't care about the drug stuff. I really don't. Only if it had something to do with Summer, and I don't care about if you went to Knoxville and get drugs or not, or if you ran drugs. I don't care. Certain things are only relevant because of Summer's disappearance. Otherwise, it wouldn't even be a thing. Okay, I want to show this real quick before we go on, finish that. Tazewell County, Virginia. Okay, so this is in 2018. This is in fraud and forgery. I'm going to ask if that's when she was arrested for the birth certificate stuff. Because that is 3 years before. That's kind of a. I was thinking that this was closer to. I want to find out if this is the arrest where she got in trouble for the fake birth certificates. This girl right here, basically, I don't know if this is the correct. This was one of Jody Sue's buddies, and she got in trouble for basically something about birth certificates and her kids. Okay, so during the time Jody knew this lady, Eric gave her and Andy a truck. Melinda had fake death certificates made of her own kids who were toddlers, cashed in on the insurance, and then was prosecuted and went to jail in Virginia. Then person said, I find that very strange that after that, Jody is the neighbor of a missing kid. But if this was in 2018, that's a 3-year difference, though. But still, I have heard, but I heard it with Marlena Crawford. So I emailed Fred and asked him about this girl, and he doesn't seem to. He was like, "You mean like Marlena Crawford?" I was like, "I guess there's another one." I bet this lady is buddies with Marlena Crawford. Let's just take a gander and look if I could find that out real quick. I don't know. I don't see a Facebook, but I'm going to search into that because I'd like to know if there's a connection between this lady and Marlena Crawford. Aw, that's nice. Does a person email me? So it says here, Melinda Sue Rife, who has been featured since early October last year. So this says June 30th, 2018. We have to keep in mind, it says has been featured since early October last year, turned herself in at the Tazewell County Regional Jail last night. Rife was wanted for numerous felony charges of fraud and forgery. Officer C. Vass with the Tazewell Police Department arrested Mrs. Rife and served these charges. I'm also asking, I'm trying to find out more about her. I just learned about her today. I've heard something similar to that, but I thought it was Marlena Crawford. So that's what's making me wonder if they're connected. Let's go back to that video. No, that's... Oh, we already watched the whole video. So never mind, I think. Eric was a buddy of a longtime buddy of Jody Sue and maybe Andy. I don't know. Yeah, we've heard that. She's just, oh, who was she? Moonshine Girl? That was a girl that got in trouble for claiming her kids had died. She got life insurance on them and claimed her kids had died and made fake birth certificates and cashed in on the life insurance. Yeah. One of Jody Sue's BFFs, I guess. And then I've heard rumors about Marlena Crawford with a similar thing with birth certificates. So that's odd. Wow. Somebody just sent me this. Sorry, Andy, your name's going to be mentioned in this screenshot. I don't know if I just read the first sentence. I don't know if it's not just about, it's several people. Hold on. Okay. Trying to pull this screenshot up for you guys. So it says, so somebody, this comment was made by, I guess, Andy's cousin way back on Doug's channel. So this is a while back, a long time ago, back when Doug was over here, you know, so it's gonna be like at least over a year ago. And this person said they would all look around looking for things in Knoxville, DC, Washington, DC, Kentucky, the beach. Is that what that means? DC? I'm just going to read it how it says. It says they would all run around looking for things in Knoxville, DC, Kentucky, the beach. Not just Andy, but Jody Sue, Melinda Rife Stapleton, the Chase guy. They would all trade cars. They have been doing this for a few years. Jody Sue also shares or sold her meds to the Wells. Talk to Melinda Rife. All these people trading cars, getting drugs and meds, trading them. That seems like a very potential area of this case that could hold clues of where Summer is if she was sold or traded or given away. Wow. I heard about Jody Sue selling her meds to the Wells. I've known that for, she'd call it her cancer meds, her cancer. But now I'm here, I'm hearing actually a lot of the source of that could have came from actually, allegedly, Jody Sue's mother. I guess she's even worse than Jody Sue, is what I'm hearing. Which I don't know how that's even possible. Sorry, I had a piece of candy in my mouth. I believe Happy Blue is telling 100% even BK and Jody Sue was selling to the Wells. Jody Sue would know how to fake a crime about a death of a child. Where I don't know if Jody Sue isn't to that stuff. It was just some people or somebody that was around her. I guess it doesn't really mean that she was, but did she ever have cancer? She did really good for going through cancer treatment and still managing to live online. Mm-hmm. Oh, okay. So it's not your cousin then, Andy? Remember somebody went through her mom's Facebook and there was, yes, Scott, that was me. I know. I did that. I was like, I didn't know if it was, but her Facebook, like everything was like, there was a lot of, which it's fine if you're, but she's very, very overt with her sexuality. And she's very, very like into, SDM, or what's it called? SDM, whatever. She's into the bondage type stuff, or like the gray. What's that? Gray. That movie. BDSM. There you go. And what was that movie? That was 50 Shades of Grey. There you go. That's it. So to the person, so I saw Crystal Crime Time trying to contact Archie Head, which that is actually Bill's cousin. I think. Hold on. Yes, Bill's cousin. And they actually worked together at that MT Clean place that Kelly was telling us that Bill worked at. MT Clean. It had to do, I think it was like cleaning the trailers of semis or something. I don't know. So if anybody was wondering who the Archie Head guy is, but he also has a property over on Light Hollow Road. Oh, and Brandon. Okay, okay. So Archie Head, his sister is that Brandon guy's girlfriend. So you guys remember that? Video JLR did with that Brandon kid who wasn't from around there, but he had a girlfriend that was family to the lights or whatever. Anyways, so Brandon's girlfriend, her brother is Archie Head. So yeah, he would be related to the lights, which I guess everybody's related to everybody out there though, so it really doesn't mean much that this, but it is weird. I've never heard of this Archie Head guy, so it's interesting that Crystal Crime Time wants to talk to this guy. I don't know what she's seen on him or heard about him because I've never heard anything about the guy until very recently. Now, people like Bill Shipley, he's came up before. Oh, you're welcome. Pretty as pretty does. Crystal Spencer's ex-husband, David Brett, Robert Brett, is Don Wells. Has a niece, Autumn, that disappeared in 2004 at age 14. Crystal Spencer's ex-husband, David Brett. And then Robert Brett is Don Wells' neighbor. Oh, of course not, Andy. You probably are related to somebody who had something to do with Summer Wells. You probably are. Because everybody's related out there. It doesn't say anything about you at all, no. At first, though, like before I knew how it was and before I experienced Beach Creek, I thought, just because from my own worldview and my experience of family and what I've lived, like I don't have family like in my neighborhood or where I live. I don't have any family. So, and that's how it's always been. So it's weird. But in Beach Creek, everybody's family. They live there for generations after generations. And so like at first I was like, they're cousins, Andy's cousins with Fred Glide or Fred Hill's cousins with, that doesn't mean anything. Now I realize that means zero. Because everybody is cousins and related out there. Yeah, the Wells are kind of like outsiders. Actually, they're like the newer one of the newest families to the holler, right? I mean, they have it now. His mom, Karen, I don't know how long she had lived there though. I mean, the Goad, she lived out there when she married Goad, probably. Brandon is Pete Clark's son. Pete just passed. He was a boyfriend to Glinda Head. Oh, okay. So Brandon is Pete Clark's son. Pete just passed. He was a boyfriend. So that means Brandon's dating his family then, right? Or no, that would mean that his father and him are dating in the same family. That's what it sounds like. Is that correct, Della? Or I'm sorry, Delta Dawn. Is that what that would mean then? Because let's see, hold on. No, I'm getting that confused. See, that's how these things like the Redmonds are one of the newer ones. Really? That's funny because they act like they own the holler. All right, 1 second. Sorry, I had to pee. I'm sorry. I've been on for like 3 hours and you guys know how much Diet Coke I drink. Oh my God. Kelly is so lucky. She has her medical marijuana card. I'm so freaking peanut butter and jelly. It does get confusing, and that's why it's made it so difficult, because I'm not even sure the intention was for Summer to be harmed, like, at first. I just feel like she was traded over so many times, because, handed over so many times. Probably none of us have heard of the person that she last ended up with. Oh, thank you, Pretty Is, as it pretty does. It makes me happy too. Nothing would make me happier than to see Fred and Laura. No, you're not going to turn it up. Get out of that freaking holler and improve their lives. Go where there's some kind of opportunity. There's zero opportunity in Ben Hill or in Beach Creek. It's like a freaking sucks you in. You never get out of there. Just like it sucks you in like a black hole. No. You can mention other. I don't care about people mentioning creators. Little Miss Sunshine, thank you for the Cash App. But she said for medical MJ card. We don't have it in Indiana though. I guess I'll have to use it for freaking Delta 8. Holy shit, guys. We have new news. Not about Summer Wells, though, so don't get... Hold on. It won't come up. Hold on. Oh, my God, guys. Cam has new charges for traffic. Oh, it's just a traffic violation, I guess, but let's see. I have to... It's going to make me probably search it. My name... trying to remember how to spell his name. Here we go. My God, dude. What the hell is this dude thinking? What the fuck is this guy thinking? I don't understand. You guys have no idea, like... So the 24th, 3 days ago, he was arrested again for and it's a misdemeanor, even though it's a traffic offense, but driving under a suspended sentence. So it's a new charge. He's just really, starting the year right here. Crazy. Is this one? What the heck? Wait, hold on. He got one on 111 too? So January 11th, he was arrested for operating with a suspended license, and then that happened again on the 22nd. I don't think I knew that. Hold on. Did I know that did we already know that he got that one on the 11th? Oh, no, we didn't know about that. Because here's the other two. Here's when the July charges happened, the child abuse charges. And then in October is the DUI. or the public intoxication. And then just a couple weeks ago that I guess we didn't know about, he got a misdemeanor operating, and that violates his probation. And then again, on the 24th, just a few days ago, again, a misdemeanor. Did it a freaking again. Released on summons. What's that mean? Release on summons. Oh my God. Let me look at something here. I'm looking to see if he is still locked up. You guys, I've heard stuff since we've talked about them last that I swore to secrecy, but it's way worse than what you guys even know. I don't think he's locked up currently. I don't know, dude. That's disappointing. I didn't look for Allie. I guess I should have checked Allie to see if she let's see. Yeah, I don't see anything new on Allie, but but that time it says release due to summons. Like he was in jail and then they released him. Oh gosh, what's this now? It says
Jody came into chat and she said she had a question, and the question was, why are there so many weird people around the case? And I think that
my question was actually going to be, if you knew for a fact that there's an entirely different story than planting flowers and a knee brace. And Summer was supposed to be right beside somebody when she vanished. What would it change for you?
I don't understand that clip. Somebody sent me that. It says
Jody came into chat and she said she had
shit. Yeah, coming from her, right? Right, Genevieve? Oh, he's going to... he's going to be violated soon because he's on probation, isn't he? Wait, he's not on probation yet. Dude, he needs to get his shit... That's right, he's not on I don't think he's on probation yet. So that means it didn't violate his probation. Because he wasn't on probation, unless that other... he still has... It hasn't been settled. He still has court coming up next month for that. So he's not on probation. So that makes sense. So they gave him a ticket. Probably lip locked. That would make sense. That's what what's her face did. Lady CG, aka Lolita, like the stuff that she was like sitting there saying about me was like really like what she was doing. It was insane. I don't, it's mind blowing. I just don't get how people, or I don't understand how, doesn't that get confusing? How do people remember all this, all their lives and stuff? Usually they don't. I think that's the whole reason why the truth always comes to light. Because when you lie, you make a whole web of lies. Just for one lie, you're going to have to tell several lies. And eventually it's going to get you wrapped up. So eventually, only one thing can be the truth of what happened to Summer Wells. I think there's several people. But I am going to go for now, guys. Maybe since it's only 8:30, I will be able to go on Empress. But I know Caitlin's going to... We kind of had a bigger lunch, so... But she'll probably still want something. And it was kind of late lunch. But I need to figure out... or get her some food made. Let's see something. Hold on. Hold on. Oh, it's pouring outside. Hold on. Is that rain I hear? Crap. Son of a biscuit eater. Yeah, interesting live, and thank you, Andy, for answering questions in the chat and even being cool, even though, like, with my current opinion, it can change. I just wish that law enforcement would come out and tell us, because that would help so much. Just that one thing would really help. Who's live next? Probably Justin, because I did see he had a live scheduled, so that I didn't see. Let me see. He's in 30 minutes, or I might watch some of it because you guys have been trying to get me to check out that Kansas City Chiefs fan situation. Everybody's saying it's really interesting. Here's Justin's link for his upcoming live in 30 minutes. Go take you a break, get a little snack, take a poop. I don't know why I had to say that. Anyways, you guys know you were all thinking it, so don't lie. I will talk to you guys all later.